We are back with another video, and we are one win away from 2000 elo on chess.com in rapid. Let's go. We're playing e4, e5, and we get bishop c4. This is the bishop's opening, apparently. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do here. I think I'll play knight f6. It can't really hurt. There's ideas for a fried liver here, which is not the most concerning thing in the world. Notice that I can take this pawn, which strikes me as appealing. I think that if I play d6, then knight g5 becomes problematic, and then I would have to like find the way out here. I don't know if I remember what exactly happens to the fried liver. So instead of doing all that, maybe I just go knight takes and then d5. I think that's what I'll end up doing here. So knight takes on e4. After knight takes on e5, I'll play d5 here. And this is essentially just a fancy way of trading, because I don't think that there's any tactical ideas here to take advantage of my knight on e4. If queen e2, I can probably still play d5. Okay, now my opponent's idea comes a little bit more clear. Their point is that if I take, the knight takes pawn comes with a check and opens up my king. But okay, let's not rush to take here. After knight takes pawn, if I move my king to e8, my knight is going to get pinned to my king, and I will eventually lose my knight. I wonder what happens if I move my king to g8. And I don't necessarily see how you're going to win right away. You can play queen f3, but then I'll probably play knight f6, and we'll be fine. So in theory, I should be essentially up a piece here. I could also move my king forward, which kind of looks a little crazy. I think that given that their light squared bishop is out of the game, moving the king on a light square backwards is probably the safest bet because, like I said, with this queen f3 move, which probably seems the most natural to try to win the game immediately because it forks the knight and mate on f7. So if I just paid attention to the knight, I might blunder mate. I think knight f6 easily just solves the issue. And okay, we're just getting a game of chess here, which is fascinating. Like this is some interesting decision making by my opponent. I can play queen f6 here after knight takes queen takes is the point. So that's an option. I don't see the harm in this move actually, because after knight takes queen takes knight, and then this knight is actually pinned. So let's go for this. Note that I'm playing rapid chess without any increment, so I can't think too long here, but if I don't think at all, that this misses the entire notion of playing rapid chess. So I'm going to try my best to make sure I'm playing moves that make sense. The biggest thing that I want to do personally in this series is avoid making losing blunders. That's the biggest point that I want to avoid here. I missed this move, this knight g4 move, and now essentially the point is that my knight is hanging and my queen is currently being attacked. I can play something like queen e7, I think, that looks very natural here, and creates a big discovered check idea against my opponent's king. I could also play queen e6. It doesn't really matter, I think. I guess queen e7 walks into the possibility of knight d5. So maybe I should watch out for that, actually. Now that I think about it, that's concerning, because the discovery doesn't work, because then knight takes queen becomes a problem. It would be different if there was a double check as a possibility. So let's go queen e6, simply because I don't see how you can target my queen after this move. And now the king is in a lot of trouble. So we get castles. Castles is a move, sure. Here, I want to just open up my position. I'm going to play d5 here. d5 has the idea of hitting this knight on g4, and it also just brings my bishop into the game, and my opponent misses it. Very simply. Okay, well, it's not that simple because after f3, the game's not over. So maybe the easiest thing to do is play knight takes. Rook takes is not really a move because of knight takes queen. So let's go for this. I should calculate a little bit more, but this seems sound. Essentially, the point is that yes, my queen is being x-rayed, but I hit their queen, and they're going to have to move the rook back, and then this knight would be hanging at the end of the line. So this looks real solid for me. There's no checks. My opponent sees that, and now I play queen takes knight. And the whole point of this was to avoid a trade. This way I just win a piece pretty clean. Okay. I unfortunately missed the fact that my king has no squares. I think that I can... Ooh. Hold on. I'm actually in a little bit of trouble here. I'm actually in quite a bit of trouble here. Yeah, no, I missed this idea entirely. I mean, we don't really have a choice. I have to play bishop e6. If I don't, yeah, rook takes is going to be problematic. Here I can maybe get away with playing c6 because the discovery idea is the threat. If I play c6 here, now there's no discovery because I can hit the queen. Now they can play rook g6 and we can get a trade of queens essentially, and this ends up being an equal-ish position. And here's my point. The point that I'm trying to make is that if you gotta pay attention. Oh wait, hold on. It's not over. I missed that. This is a Oh, my opponent resigns. Wait, this was not over. This was not over, guys. There was rook e1. Rook e1 and white wins. Oh, you gotta pay attention. Ah, it's crazy. This is how I hit 2000. That is so bad. Okay, let's analyze. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Folks, this game is proof that 2000 Yule players don't know what they're doing. Let's take a look at it. We had e4, e5, bishop c4, knight f6 is the top move apparently, and knight f3 here, and now I take the knight, and my opponent's idea is to play this gambit. I don't think this is a real gambit. The evaluation that you see there, -3, tells you this is not a real gambit, but just hold on here. Knight takes on e5, king g8, only move. All right, already you're in only move territory. The point is that if you move the king on the e file, the attack becomes really, really strong with, for example, queen h5 or queen e2 ideas. You're eventually going to lose your knight on e4, and then there's strong, strong discovery possibilities on the open e and f files. King g8 hides away from those open ENF files. Now, knight c3 here, essentially just accepting the fact that, okay, I don't really have any immediate way to win the game. I played queen f6, which offers a trade, and my opponent plays the correct move here, knight g4, refusing the trade, trying to make things a little complicated. Queen e6 is good by me, castles, and d5. And this is so far good. Everything I've played so far has been good here. I would assume that this is pretty much 100% accuracy up to this point by black, because I'm hitting on g4. I'm up a piece fully. My king is fairly safe, and I say fairly and not completely for a reason you'll see very soon. And yeah, we're doing all right in the position. We're doing very well. Like if I can continue development, play normally, and keep my king safe, bring my rook in somehow, so like something like h6, king h7, rook f8 down the line, that would probably just equate to me winning the game as long as I'm careful. But of course, my opponent wants to make things messy for me. Now here, I could have already taken on g4. The reason why I didn't want to do this was because I thought that you have the opportunity to go f3. This was what I thought. But apparently here, f3, you can play knight takes on c3, and the idea is the same as the one I went for. It's that you are hitting the queen, and so if you take my queen, I take your queen, and now I'm just up 2 whole pieces, and there's no coming back from this. So instead, I went for a different move order, because I realized that I could do this, hit their queen first, but it's less strong here because of what exactly happened, and I completely missed this. I cannot take the knight. I just saw, wow, tactically, I win a knight. Why don't I play this? You have to consider your opponent's next move. I literally talked in this video about the fact that I wanted to make sure that before I made any moves, I was checking for blunders. This is an enormous blunder. Queen takes on d5. You can resign here. Like, if this is a serious game of chess against somebody who is at a high level, which you would think 2000 elo on chess.com is a high level. It is not. Because bishop e6, rook takes on e6, and c6 with the idea of hitting the queen if any discoveries is terrible. It doesn't work because you can get rid of this threat on the queen by the discovery. Rook takes on c6, the game is literally over. This is checkmate. This is just, I only have one move. This is mate. I just lost the game in one move because I was careless. I just took this knight because I thought it was free. And luckily, the blindness here that is typical of intermediate and non-professional players goes both ways. There's a reason why I'm 2000, there's a reason why my opponent is pretty much 2000. It's because we both miss the fact that c6 is not a good defensive idea. Not only did we both miss this fact, I missed the fact that after queen b3 was played, I just thought, I'm winning the game. Queen d1, this is back rank mate, clearly. And then I like literally right after I played this, I was like, wait, no, it's not over. It's not done. Because rook e1, which blocks, is still a check. I can't take the rook. I can't give the checkmate. The only move I have is queen d5. It's the only move literally in this position. And now you might think that I rushed to say, oh, I'm actually losing this game, because you might think, okay, well, now if queen takes, pawn takes, well, black is up piece for 2 pawns. Like, black has strong compensation, even though the pieces are not developed. You know, you're going to be able to do that easily. You might lose the pawn on d5, but as long as you play like knight c6, you play like rook d8, you play bishop e7, king f7, rook e8, you're going to be fine. The issue is that they don't have to trade the queens. Queen takes on b7. I have literally no way of keeping this rook. And I lose. It's really that simple. Like, you know, like white can play literally anything. That just makes sure that they don't lose any pieces or don't get checkmated in the back rank. And I'm gonna lose. And my opponent just resigned here because they didn't see, they didn't even consider making a move. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. When a move is forced, you should at least just play the move. You know, like whether you resign or you get checkmated, it's essentially the same thing. If they just played the move out of spite, they would have probably won this game. And this is how I hit 2000 elo on chess.com. It's not how I pictured it, but I worked really hard to get to this rating. And I'm proud of myself regardless. And I'm not stopping here. I'm not stopping here. I know that I'm capable of reaching new heights, and that's the plan for the series. So hopefully you enjoyed today's game and recap, and hopefully you will stay in touch and keep track of the journey to come, because it will be a long journey. It'll be full of ups and downs. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up falling back below 2000 at some point. It doesn't matter. What matters is I keep trying to progress and grow as a player. And what matters is learning from games like this that is so ridiculous. It's a game of chess. It's the beauty of it. It's the curse of it. Thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate you a ton. If you're already watching to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. It's completely free. I'm going to be posting almost daily, so lots of video content to keep track of. And like the video and comment below if you enjoyed. Share your thoughts and your advice, your feedback. And thank you. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.